Well, good morning. My name is Jessica. Thank you for joining me in East Sense of Yoga Online. This is a morning practice, so I'm going to go over a few things. I'd like to start with the breath work. So we're going to do a little bit of breath work today, then we'll get up and get moving, and a little bit of meditation at the end. I think it's a beautiful way to start your day, to really get it started off fresh and really set your mind for the day, set the intention for the day. So I encourage you to set your intention at whatever you would like your practice to be, whatever you would like your day to be. This really stacks up at the beginning of the day. When you set something, it really does help gear the rest of your day. So I encourage you just to set an intention of your own if you like. Today, I kind of have one for the day. But if you have one, just and really observe what that does for your day. Really observe as you carry that out throughout the day, that you can keep reminding yourself of what that intention was. And then maybe end the day with, a gentle meditation and kind of reflecting on that. So right away, we'll just begin in that comfortable seated position, whatever's comfortable for you. I want you to be truly comfortable. If the cross-legged position is not comfortable for you, get some pillows, anything just to set yourself up nice and comfy. Okay, we're going to be here for a few minutes. We're going to get into a little bit of pranayama, a little bit of breath work. Today, I would like to focus on alternate nostril breathing. Alternate nostril breathing can bring an intense amount of energy for you. It can bring relaxation at the same time. So in anxiety situations, it can really help calm the heart rate too. So physical benefits of it is actually slowing the heart rate down. It's really, really good at just calming the nervous system. The only thing is it can be hard to do if you have any breathing issues, any sinus issues right now. So it's really good to, it really does balance out both sides. So even if you are maybe clogged on one side, maybe by the end of it, it can actually balance it out. So those are the only things to take into mind there. But alternate nostril breathing, so it really is a balancing practice with the breath. We have an energy side, and then we have a relaxation side. The right side, the Ida is the energy side, that's the sun channel. And the left side is the moon channel, it's the Pingala. Okay, so in the sense of the body and the balance and the yin and the yang of things, we actually do have a left side and a right side. And alternate nostril breathing is meant to really balance that out. So harmonize that. And you can see where in an anxiety situation where one channel gets exasperated more than the other, it can cause some tension. So this really helps to balance that out. It's a good thing to remember if you get into a tension situation, maybe to relax yourself. So just go ahead, nice, comfortable, relaxed, seated position. You take a deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. Deep inhale in through the nose. Exhale out through the nose. So take the left hand and place it on the top of the left thigh, on the left knee. And we're going to bring our hand just in front of us, so just with our pinky and our thumb up. So this chakra position almost. Okay, we're going to take the right thumb and we're going to close the right nostril. So you close the right nostril with the thumb. We'll take a deep inhale in through the left nostril. Hold it at the top. We take the pinky, close off the left nostril. Exhale out through the right side. Inhale in through the right side. Hold it at the top. Put the thumb over the right nostril and exhale out through the left side. Inhale in through the left side. Hold at the top. Cover the left nostril. Exhale out through the right side. Deep inhale. Hold at the top. Cover with the thumb. Exhale left side. Deep inhale left side. hold at the top, cover that left nostril, exhale right side. Deep inhale right side, hold at the top, cover that right nostril, exhale out through the left side. Okay, I'll cue this deep inhale in through the left side, hold at the top, cover the left nostril, exhale out through the right side. And I'll let you go ahead and take your breath on that one. So we'll work on this just for a few minutes. It can be a little bit tricky at first, but it's a fantastic practice. So I want you to go ahead. I'll just be silent for a minute. So being mindful to stay relaxed in the thighs, relaxed in the shoulders, relaxed in the jaw. So really checking in with the body. And notice if the mind starts to wander, if you can bring it back. So this is a bit of a tricky practice. And if you let the mind wander off too far, you tend to kind of lose your place, lose where you're at. So this breathing practice also helps attain some mindfulness, really keeping some focus. So I really want you to be mindful of how the mind reacts here. When the mind does start to kind of wander off, or maybe even our mind tells us that we should be doing something, that I want to quit this is taking too long. The mind often says, I can't meditate, I can't sit for that long, I can't clear my mind. And that's not what it's about. So this mindfulness practice, a lot of the time, well, it is just practice the art of being. So my intention for the day, my intention for my practice is being, not doing, being. We spend so much time in doing mode, in this autopilot mode that constantly, consistently tells us we need to be doing something. We need to stay busy. We need to shift in your seat. You need to stretch. You need to stand up. So the act of being, the art of being, is acknowledging that body's reaction, observing it, and then just kind of passing it by, let it go without reacting. So maybe if your body right now tells you you need to move, you need to quit, you need to be busy, you need to fidget, observe that. Let your body have that thought. and pass it by. Kind of ignore it, let it go. Acknowledge that it's there, but do not react to it. Slowly, that practice of being infiltrates just daily life. And it just becomes a switch. It becomes a switch of the fingers, really. We kind of switch out of that autopilot mode, that mode where we need to constantly stay busy. We can come into the present moment, because that's what being is. It's being in that present moment. And really being in that present moment, no matter what it is, whether it's a good thing or a bad thing, and observing how to not react to it, how to not fidget, how to maybe not get stressed out, how to breathe through it, because that moment will pass. It's just accepting those things that you cannot change. And then having the courage to face those things that you can change. So the art of being can be a scary thing. The art of sitting and just breathing. The mind tells us we need to stay busy, we need to do something. When in reality, we don't. So just begin to observe those reactions, begin to observe those feelings as the day goes by. So that will be my practice today. That will be my intention today. Is to just stop and observe. Perfect. So I want you to end with an exhale on the left nostril. So when you come to an exhale on the left nostril, go ahead and release both hands down to the knees. And I just want you to take and just rub the top of the thighs, okay? Just really feel some grounding. Okay? Feel that grounding connection. Relax. And observe. Just be present and observe what's going on in the body right now. Just take a second to not do, just to be. Fantastic. Let's place those hands directly in front of us. Both hands ground down into the mat. Let's come on to all fours. So you pat up the knees if we need to. We check in with our alignment really quick. All 10 fingers pressed into the earth. Okay. Most of that weight in the thumb and the first finger of the hand. Beautiful. The knees are stacked, or the hips are stacked over the knees. Nice, nice long spine. Nice strong spine. Beautiful. So let's just start with some cat cows. And we inhale, let's drop the belly down. Okay, pull the chest forward. Exhale, drawing that belly button back in towards the spine. Let's really feel some movement here. Inhaling, pulling that chest forward. Exhale to that cat position. Inhaling, dropping that belly. Exhale, arching to the back. Go ahead and do a few more of your breath movement. Inhale. And exhale. Beautiful. On the inhale, let's come right back to a nice neutral spine. Go ahead and release and exhale. Inhale, I want you to bring that right arm forward just in front of the ear. Beautiful job. On the exhale, we're just going to pull that elbow through. We're going to tap it through to the left knee, okay? So into the left knee. Beautiful. Inhale, reach out, stretch out, nice and long. Exhale, bring it through, tap it to the left knee. Inhale, reaching out nice and long spine. Exhale, bring it through. Inhaling out. Exhale, bring it through, tapping that left knee. Inhaling out. Exhale, go ahead and tap it through. Beautiful job. Inhale, let's stretch that right arm out. This time that left leg comes up. Exhale, let's bring everything together, that knee and that elbow, just like we're moving through water. Inhale, stretching it out, nice long line of energy, each through hers. Exhale, bring it through center. Inhaling out. Exhale, bring it through center. Beautiful job. Inhale, let's bring it out. Exhale, bring it right through center. Awesome job. Inhale, let's stretch it out one more time. On the exhale, release that right hand down to the mat. I want you to take that left foot and set it out to the side right next to you. Okay, so the toes can face forward or the toes can point out, whatever's comfortable for you here. Beautiful job. On the inhale, let's reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, let's take that left hand down the left leg, taking that side stretch. Okay, so we can be up on the right toes or we can be down on the right toes, whatever's comfortable. So taking this side stretch here, breathing in and out. So really feel that nice long line of energy from that right knee all the way up to the right fingertips. You can even use that left hand to assist the twist a little bit more. You can take the gaze out underneath that right armpit. Inhaling and exhale. Beautiful job. Inhale and exhale. Awesome job. Deep inhale. On the exhale, we're just going to go do a little breath movement here. So that right hand comes down, okay? That left arm comes up on the inhale. Exhale, let's set everything back down to nice and fluid. We're going to come back into that side stretch. On the exhale, we're going to come to that nice assisted side plank there. Beautiful job. Inhaling up. Exhale, just tipping over. Beautiful. Take that left arm up and over the ear, making a nice long stretch there if you'd like to. Inhale up. Let's do a few more here. Exhale, coming down. That left leg can stay planted or it can come up whatever's comfortable for you. Beautiful job. Inhale up. On the exhale, let's come down. We'll stay in the side plank position. Okay, just stretch it out nice and long. That left arm can come up and over the left ear. Deep inhale. Okay, so that left leg can lift or it can stay tented there on the ground. All right, whatever's comfortable for you today. On the inhale, nice long line of energy, nice stretch. Exhale, let's draw that left knee in towards the left elbow. Okay, so we're working those obliques now. Inhale, stretch it out nice and long. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhaling out, so really powering through that right arm. Exhale, draw it in. Inhaling out. Exhale, drawing it in. One more. Beautiful job. On the inhale, I want you to rise right back up, just like we did before. Reaching that right arm up and over. Perfect. This time on the exhale, we're going to take that right hand, okay? And we're going to reach around for that right ankle. We reach around for that right ankle. That left hand comes up and scoops over and behind us, okay? So taking a little bit of a gentle back bend here, okay? So really pushing the hips forward, a little bit of a gentle back bend. Few deep breaths. And take the gaze up towards the fingertips if it's comfortable for your neck. Beautiful job. On the exhale, I want you to just release both hands down towards the mat. We bring that left knee in to meet the right knee. Big toes come to touch. We push those hips back, child's pose. Few deep breaths here in our child's pose. So just connect that forehead to the mat. Okay, connect the forehead to the mat. You can even rock the forehead back and forth. Really feel that grounding connection. That's where we find a lot of that being mode. It's just in that grounding connection. We lose that connection when we start to preoccupy our mind with things to do. We tend to kind of float away. We float far away from the earth. So just remember to feel that connection, that grounding. Awesome. On the inhale, let's come right back up to all fours, just like we did before. Gorgeous job. Inhale, that left hand comes out just in line with our left ear. So nice and engaged in the core, drawing that belly button back in towards the spine. Nice, long spine. Inhale. On the exhale, that left hand comes down to the right knee. Inhaling out. Exhale, drawing it in. Inhale out. So be mindful of your hip placement. Exhale, drawing it in. Two more here. Inhale out. Exhale in. Inhale out. Exhale in. Beautiful job. This time, inhale, stretch it all the way out. Let's draw that left leg out. Exhale, draw left or right knee into left elbow. I'm sorry, I had the opposite. Inhale, stretch it out. Exhale, drawing it in. Beautiful. Just be mindful to stay engaged in those right toes, okay? Work your breath and movement. Nice and graceful. About 3 more here. Perfect. Stretch it out one last time here. Nice and long. Engage in the toes. And we're going to drop that right leg out to the right side of us. Okay, toes come to point forward, or toes can point off to the side. Whatever's comfortable for your hamstring here. Really protect that hamstring. So we should be feeling in this right leg. We should be drawing up on this quadricep. So really firming up the front side of the leg, okay? That really helps protect the hamstring and help protect the knee, okay? And that's what puts the work into these poses. Inhale those arms up overhead. Exhale, that right hand comes down the right leg, okay? Finds its way down the right leg. That left arm comes up and over. All right, you can come up onto the back toes or keep them flat, whatever's comfortable. Really feel that stretch from that left knee all the way up to the left fingertips. Make it feel good. Another deep inhale. On the exhale, that left hand's going to find its way down to the side of the mat. That right arm's going to come up, bend over the right ear. Nice long stretch. Inhale. Let's draw ourselves back up. A little bit of core work here. Nice and easy. Side stretch. Exhale. Coming down. Lifting that right leg if it's comfortable. We can keep the right toes on the mat. Inhale. Drawing ourselves up nice and beautiful. Exhale, left hand comes down, right arm comes up and over. About 2 more. Beautiful job. We're gonna take that left hand, okay? We're gonna sweep it around. It's gonna find that left heel, all right? That right arm's gonna come up and over and push into the hips. Get a nice gentle back bend there. It's a nice gentle back bend. We can take that gaze up towards the fingertips or down towards the ground, whatever's comfortable. Deep breaths here. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's release those hands. Come down to the mat. Push those hips back into our child's pose. So a few deep breaths here in our child's pose. Feeling that grounding connection again. Beautiful job. I want you to press all that weight into all 10 fingers. Tuck those big toes on the back on your feet and push those hips back. Go for downward facing dog. So here we are in our downward facing dog. So all that weight pressing into those 10 fingers, this forearm spiral forward in the front of the mat. That gaze comes out between the ankles. Let's just go ahead and begin to gently pedal everything out, okay? So maybe even dropping the left knee and taking the gaze out underneath the left armpit. Just take a nice twist there, a nice side stretch. Dropping that right knee, taking the gaze underneath the right armpit. Just feeling some movement here. So lifting the heels, coming up on the tiptoes. Exhale, pressing those heels down towards the earth. Inhale, lifting the heels. Exhale, pressing the heels down towards the earth. Okay, so inhale, lift those heels, but push those hips back. With those heels lifted. Exhale, pushing those heels down and back. This time I want you to shift that weight to the left foot. Inhale that right leg nice and high. Okay, even open up that hip. Lift that leg up nice and high. That heel pushes towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Exhale, let's draw it forward to that right tricep, that right elbow, that right tricep. Beautiful. Inhale, right leg lifts, comes towards the ceiling. Exhale, drawing it through, nice and fluid. Really engage that core. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, begin to draw it through. Beautiful job. Inhale, that right leg lifts. Exhale, go ahead and set it down next to the left leg. Let's take the same movements on that left side now. Inhale, that left leg lifts up to the ceiling. Really open up into that hip. Reach that left heel towards the ceiling. Exhale, that left leg comes in towards left elbow, left tricep. Inhale, that left leg lifts. Exhale, drawing it through, nice and fluid, just like you're moving through water. Beautiful job. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, draw it through. Give me one more here. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, drawing it through. Beautiful, feeling. One more. Inhale, left leg lifts. Exhale, go ahead and set that down next to the right. Left foot next to the right. Just pedal it out a little bit. Then come to a nice neutral down dog. Few deep ujjayi breaths here. Gorgeous job. This time I want you to just take a gentle walk with the hands. The hands are going to walk back towards the feet. Okay, so those feet stay about hips distance apart. All right, we're just going to fold forward over the legs. So we can have a bend in the legs. We can rest the torso right there on top of the thigh, or we can begin to straighten the legs. So grabbing both opposite elbows into our ragdoll position. So really shaking the neck out, really just relaxing everything down. Awesome job. Exhale, let's go ahead and release those hands down. Let's walk those hands back out towards the front of the mat to our downward facing dog. Inhale, let's lift those heels up onto the tip toes. And let's take a nice tippy toe walk up towards the front of the mat, in between the hands. However many steps it takes us to get there. Beautiful job. Exhale, we're in that forward fold, torso resting on the thighs, legs straight, whatever's comfortable. Inhale, bringing those hands to the shin or the thighs, lifting that heart forward. Beautiful, halfway lift. Exhale, Uttanasana, forward fold. Inhale, let's bring those arms out nice and strong. Lift up overhead, tall mountain. Exhale, hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach those arms up overhead. Exhale, let's take a side bend to the right. The right hand comes down the outside of the right thigh. Left arm comes up and over. Inhale, arms up overhead. Exhale, twist to the right. Right hand comes out behind us, left arm out in front. Inhaling up. Exhale, side bend left. Inhale, up to center. Exhale, left arm comes out behind us, right arm comes out in front. Inhaling up. Exhale, arms come out and we swan dive forward for forward fold. Inhale, halfway lift. Exhale, let's plant those hands. Let's step back to plank position. So let's check in with ourselves here in this plank position, okay? So we're up on the big toes, up nice and tall on those big toes. All 10 fingers pressed down into the mat, okay? Those pointer fingers really kind of want to point to the front of the mat. We press that weight in the thumb and the first finger. So we relax through the shoulder, we drop the hips a bit. Really engage that core, engage that belly. All right, and then we begin to shift forward just a little bit, okay? So the shoulders really push out in front of the fingertips almost. All right, so we just push forward with those big toes, shift forward. We squeeze the elbows in, okay? So the elbows raise in next to the ribs, and we lower down just till our shoulders are in line with our elbows. Beautiful. Inhale back up to plank, and that's where our chaturanga position comes into. So here we are at plank. We inhale, we shift forward. Those elbows or those shoulders come out over the fingertips. Exhale, bend in the elbows, shoulders in line with the elbows. Beautiful. Exhale, let's go ahead and lower down onto the mat. Our hands are just below the shoulders here, okay, so just at midrib. Inhale, let's peel that chest up for a nice low cobra. Relax the buttocks there. Exhale, bring that forehead down to the mat. Let's shift those hands back just a little bit further, so down to the lower ribs. Inhale, let's peel that chest up off of the ground for a high cobra. So we squeeze those elbows in, relax those shoulders down the back. A few deep breaths here. Inhaling. And exhale. If you feel any pinching in the lower back, you can come down to a little bit of a lower cover, put a bend in the elbows. You can even take the legs slightly further apart, okay? So if you bring the legs further apart, sometimes that helps open up into the lower back. Beautiful. Exhale, let's go ahead and lower everything down. This time we'll come to that up dog. So we're going to leave the hands planted just about where the lower ribs are. On the inhale, we're going to lift everything up. The knees, the thighs. We press into all 10 toes up off the mat. There's that beautiful up dog. Exhale, gently push those hips back, nice and slow, with control. If we can, roll over the toes, downward facing dog. Beautiful. A few deep breaths here. This downward facing dog. Deep inhales and exhales. So I want you to take that right hand and I want you to reach back for that right thigh, for the right calf, or the right ankle, and begin to draw yourself like you're trying to draw that, trying to draw that right leg towards your right hand. I'm sorry. So take that gaze out underneath the left armpit. Square off the hips. A few deep breaths here. Pushing that weight in that left hand. Maybe draw a little bit deeper, push the hips a little higher. Beautiful job. Exhale, let's release that right hand and we'll take the same on the left side now. That left hand comes through, reaches through to the left ankle, left calf, left thigh. Drawing yourself closer. So drawing that left elbow, and taking that gaze underneath that right armpit. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's release that left hand down to the right. Let's inhale to that plank position. Let's lower those forearms down towards the mat. Okay, so fingertips come towards the front of the mat. You can lower your knees if you need to here, okay? That's A-okay. You need to come down, but the challenge with the plank position. So the fingertips come to face the front of the mat. Inhale here. On the exhale, I want you to drop the left hip down towards the mat. Inhale, come back up to center. Exhale, shift the hips off towards the right. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, left. Inhale up to center. Exhale up. Inhale, coming back up to center. Let's shift off to the left. Inhale, back up to center. Exhale, shift to the right. Inhale, let's come back up to center. And I want you to roll that weight onto the left forearm, okay? So we can stay up off of that left knee. You're gonna reach that right arm up for side plank. Or you can bring that left knee down, okay? During this forearm side plank. Few deep breaths here. Taking the gaze up the right fingertips or down towards the mat, whatever's comfortable. So really push those hips towards the ceiling. Beautiful. Exhale. Let's put that right forearm down on the mat, right next to the left. Shift the hips back to center. And now we're going to roll off to the right side now. Roll off onto the right side. And that forearm, that left arm comes up. Beautiful. Shift those hips up nice and high towards the ceiling. Exhale. That left hand comes down to meet the right. Okay, so keep those forearms planted. We're going to come into our dolphin pose now. So those hips come up nice and high. Walking those feet forward. Really opening up into the upper back. Breathing out between the heels. Beautiful job. I want you to plant that right hand and lift. Left hand lifts. Downward facing dog. Awesome job. Inhale, that right leg lifts up towards the ceiling. Exhale, let's draw it in. You draw it to the front of the mat. That left heel is going to spin down. We're going to inhale up to our beautiful warrior two. Taking that gaze out over the fingertips. Check in with that alignment, opening up into warrior two. Beautiful. Really begin to sink down into that right leg. Take a peek down. Make sure that knee is stacked over the ankle. Relax the shoulders. That right hip draws back. Deep inhales. Really settle in here. And exhale. Beautiful job. Maybe you can lift the toes, spread the toes. And observe. Just be here in this moment. Instead of doing warrior two here, be warrior two. Just observe. Observe your body's reaction. Does it want to fall out? Does it want to quit? But don't react to it. Awesome job. On the inhale, we're going to straighten the legs. Feet come to parallel. Those arms come up overhead. Fingertips spread out. 5-pointed star. Stretch up nice and tall. Exhale. Those hands are going to come down through heart center. We're going to begin to forward fold, okay? So we're in this wide-legged forward fold, all right? So you can use the block here in front of you, or you can hinge at the hips. and begin to fold forward. So I want you to shift the weight onto the balls of the feet. That'll make sure that the hips stay aligned over the ankles. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, hinging at the hips, folding forward. Draw up on the quadriceps, really firm up on the legs. Push that weight to the outer edge of the feet. Few deep breaths here. We close the eyes. Just really observe. Observe the breath. Beautiful job. Would you take his right hands, okay, and just begin to walk them over towards the right side, okay? So that left hand is going to come to the outside of the ankle or the calf or the thigh, whatever's comfortable for you, and that right hand's going to come up towards the ceiling. So taking a wide-legged forward fold with a twist here. A few deep breaths here. Even my legs are a little shaky today. Awesome. Exhale, let's release it down. Let's walk off to the left side now. So walking off to the left side, that left hand finds the outer left ankle. That right hand, left ankle. Left arm comes up to the ceiling. Breathing deep, shift that weight to the balls of the feet. Beautiful. Exhale, release everything. Inhale, come back to center. Forward fold one more time. Inhale, reach those arms out nice and tall. Inhaling up to that 5-pointed star. Beautiful job. Exhale, release those hands down to heart center. Now we're going to shift towards the back of the mat. So we're going to take that warrior two towards the back of the mat. So we're taking the lunge to the left leg now. Okay, so straight in the right leg. The left foot points towards the front of the mat. Inhale, those arms come up. Relax the shoulders. Draw back on that left hip. Warrior two. Facing the back of the mat. Really building that strength, building that heat. There in that left leg. Maybe sink down another 1/2 inch. Relax the jaw. Smile a bit. Beautiful job. Inhale, let's bring those arms back up to that beautiful 5-pointed star. Exhale, I want you to go ahead and squat down. We're going to bring those arms out, the palms face up. Beautiful. Inhale, reach back up, straighten the legs, 5-pointed star. Exhale, palms face up. Relax down into the thighs. Inhaling up, nice and strong. Exhale, palms face up. Beautiful. Inhaling up. Exhale. Inhale up. Exhale one more time. Inhale, reaching up overhead. Exhale, hinge at those hips. Fold forward. This time, if you can reach for the outer ankles and draw yourself forward into that forward fold, that wide-legged forward fold. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, pull yourself in a little bit deeper. Shifting that weight to the balls of the feet. If you are familiar with inversions, if you are comfortable with tripod headstand, you can go up into an inversion now. So with each inhale, really feel some length in the spine. At each exhale, you can find a little bit more depth into the pose. Beautiful.
Beautiful job. Ready, here we go. On the inhale, to reach those arms out. Use that core to draw ourselves up nice and tall. A beautiful five-pointed star, take a huge stretch. Exhale. Let's lunge towards the front of the mat. Spiral those hands down. That right foot comes back to meet the left. Beautiful job. Exhale, let's shift forward, lower down. Inhaling, upward facing dog. Exhale, hips push back, downward facing dog. Beautiful job. A few deep breaths here. This downward facing dog. We're spending a lot of time inverting today, okay? So we've really got that heart flowing, that blood pumping the other way now. Downward facing dog, that forward fold, those are all inversions. Few deep breaths here. Gorgeous. On the inhale, let's reach that right leg up. Exhale, let's bring that right foot forward towards the outside of the mat, okay? That left foot is going to come forward toward the outside of the mat as well. Toes can point out. We're going to exhale, we're going to drop those hips down for a malasana squat. So the elbows come to the inside of the right knee and the left knee. You can use a block here to prop yourself up if you need to. If you get to sink down into the hips, this is a great lower back opener. The hands can come to heart center. We can keep the hands placed on the earth. But really close the eyes and feel the pose here. This is a fantastic way to get yourself up out of the chair for the day. Release into the lower back. Few deep breaths here. Beautiful. Exhale, I want you to release the hands down to the mat. I want you to take that left foot and step the left foot back. So keep that right foot towards the outer edge of the mat, those right toes pointing out. Okay, so the toes trace in line with the knee. If the knee points out, the toes point out with it as well. We can come down onto that left knee. Begin to drop the forearms down towards the mat. Okay, so we can use a block to prop up here. We drop the forearms down towards the mat and begin to release down towards the mat, sinking into that right hip. We can even take that right hand and assist the drawback on that right hip a little bit. Or even on the right knee to open up a little bit more into that right side. Just relax into that right hip though. Perfect. The next inhale, I want you to plant the hands. Bring that left foot back up to that malasana squat. So that left foot comes back up to the outside of the mat. Sink those hips down to our malasana. Hands come to heart center or to the mat. And take a second just to connect and observe what's going on with the mind there. Are you in this being state or this doing state? So just be here, just hang out here and enjoy it. Perfect. Exhale, to release those hands. We'll keep that left foot planted, right foot comes out behind us. You can come down to the right knee, begin to sink into that left hip. The forearms come down to a block or down to the mat. You begin to sink the chest over the arms. Relax into that left hip. Beautiful. Let's inhale, let's plant those hands in front of us. Let's step that left or that right foot up to meet the left. Sink down in that Malasana one more time. Hands come to heart center. Beautiful. And if you have crow in your practice, let's go ahead and plant the hands. Okay? And we bring the knees up to the back of the forearms, to the armpits, whatever's comfortable. We begin to shift the weight forward. Maybe one foot, both feet at a time, into that crow. Few deep breaths here. When you're ready, we'll come back into that plank position, shifting forward, lowering down in the mat, inhaling upward facing dog. Exhale, hips push back, child's pose. Beautiful job. When you're ready, I just want you to come forward to a nice comfy seated position. We're going to come back to that seated position. Sitting up nice and tall. We're just going to take a gentle twist here. So that left hand is going to come to the outside of the right knee. That right arm comes out behind us. Inhale, nice long spine. Exhale, twisting towards the right. Inhale, let's come back up to center. Exhale, twisting left. Inhale, coming back up to center. Let's reach those arms out overhead. Exhale, let's bring those hands down through heart center. A few more times. Inhale, reaching those arms out, palms face up, palms meet together. Exhale, bring those hands down through heart center. Inhale, reach those arms up. Exhale, bring those hands down through heart center. Inhale, reaching those arms up. Exhale, hands come down through heart center. Beautiful. Let's just go ahead and relax those hands down onto the thighs, okay? So the palms can face up. And with the palms face up, that's really receiving energy. And for a good morning practice, it really is good to place those palms up. Just really receive whatever energy that the universe is willing to give you right now. And I want you to take another deep inhale in through the nose. And an open mouth. Exhale. And as you open mouth, exhale, relax those shoulders down the back. Just feel them melt down the back. You even take and lift them up and roll them down the back, just to feel them sink down, okay? Up nice and tall, nice long spine. And I really want you to just bring that focus right into the breath, just like we did with the breathing practice earlier with the pranayama, the alternate nostril breathing. I want you to really just focus on that breath now. We're just going to go into a little bit of a seated meditation here. And so the practice of this meditation is that being act. So we're going to take ourselves out of that doing mode, out of that autopilot, out of the chores and the computer work and everything we set ourselves into through the day. And we're just going to go into being. So understanding that there are going to be thoughts that come into our head. All the busyness, all the chaos of the day, maybe things that have happened, negative and positive. We're going to be mindful to react to those thoughts the same way, whether they're super happy thoughts, but they might be thoughts that are kind of hard to deal with right now. So I want you to observe yourself as these thoughts come in. So as one thought comes in, observe it, don't react to it, and then just let it go. And it might be a continuous stream of thoughts, or it might get to a point where they just kind of breeze on by and give you a little bit of relaxation. But just focus on the breath. And if the body tells you this is taking too long, you should get up,
You have something else to do. I can't meditate. Just ignore it. Even if just for 5 seconds, you ignored it, and you just existed in a state of being. Beautiful. I just want you to just go ahead and just slowly bring the attention back to the room. And take a second just to seal all that in. Seal that in for the day. Maybe remind yourself to come here for the day. Come back to this space of breathing, to this being moment. Maybe tonight before you go to bed, sit for a few more minutes and observe what learning how to exist in a state of being does for your day. And I actually have a quote that I heard that sums it up perfectly for this state of being. It's feel your feelings and then do the right thing. Feel your feelings and then do the right thing. A lot of times we do the thing before we sit and observe what the feeling is, and we regret what that thing might be. We feel like it might have been too overreactive. But feel the feelings and then do the right thing. So together, let's bring the hands together into the forehead, reminding us to have clear and loving thoughts. Our hands to the mouth, reminding us to speak clear and loving words. And our hands to heart center, reminding us to have clear and loving intentions. All this good energy to all beings everywhere. Namaste.